I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
So let's do a quick run through of the Magnusson Ortmayer JH variant. So how do we work this out? So really, week one, how do we choose our starting weight? Well, there's 3 rep schemes: 4 sets of 4, 2 sets of 8, 1 set of 8. The week one starting weight is determined by a percentage of our deadlift 1 rep max. That's 70% for 4 sets of 4, 80% for 2 sets of 2, 70% for 1 set of 8. Now for the 4 sets of 4, it always remains consistent from week 1 to week 11 that we do 4 sets of 4. Week 2, 2 sets of 2 is the same concept from week 1 all the way to week 11. So it's not like where we see as the weight goes up, the reps drop. They remain consistent, and it's the same with 1 set of 8 from week 1 all the way to week 11. So what we do in this program, in theory, is we add X amount of weight each week to the weight that we started with on week 1. So week 1 and 2 we add nothing, but week 3 you can see we've added 5 kilos to that starting weight. So if we did 175 kilograms in week 1 for 4 sets of 4, but in week 3 we're doing 180 for 4 sets of 4. So we've added 11 pounds to that. Rest weeks are important. You have 2 rest weeks in between this process of 3 training blocks. You have to take those, you can't skip them, okay? Don't skip them to make up time, please don't do that. I know some of you are thinking about it in the back of your mind. But for 2 sets of 2, we started week 2 with 80% and 90%. So this is where it gets a little bit confusing. Let me use the deadlift, the kg deadlift page for you instead of the pounds, just because I work in kg, not pounds. So week 1, as you can see, when we go to the 2 sets of 2, it's right here. We start consistently both with 80%, right? 0.8 is 80%. But if we go to week 2, that changes. You can see we are now doing 2 separate sets. We've got 1 set of 2, 1 set of 2. Both are with different percentages. For the first one, it's 80%. For the second one, it's 90%. So even though in week 1 we do 2 sets of 2 at 80%, by the time we get to week 2, we've actually changed that to 80 and 90%. So each week, when we add some weight to the bar, it's actually different. They're not both the same. Because someone said to me, well, why is it different? If they're both, we start week 1 with 80%. Well, that's not the case here, is it? From week 2 onwards, we actually change those heavy doubles from 80% and 90%. So it's 80% plus 5 kilograms, 90% plus 5 kilograms. So there we go. I just wanted to cover that and explain that before someone starts asking the questions in the comment section. So as you can see here, week 3, week 4, we add 5 kilograms, 11 pounds. Week 6, we had 10 and 22 pounds. Week 7, 15 kg, 33 pounds. Week 8 is a rest week. Week 9, we had 15 kg, 33 pounds. Week 10, we had 20 kg, 44 pounds. Week 11, we had 25, which is 55 pounds. Boom. Quite simple there. So it's quite a simple linear progression. Unlike most other simple linear programs, as the intensity increases, the reps and the volume does not decrease. So it's quite a difficult program to sustain, which is why we have to take these rest weeks in between these 3 training blocks. In block 3, I really want to state that this is going to be quite high intensity. You're going to accumulate quite a bit of fatigue because you've added quite a substantial amount of weight to the bar when you compare it to week 1, and you haven't changed or altered the rep schemes. So it's going to be tough. So where I've changed this program, right, really comes into this aspect right here, accessory work. So I kind of split it into 3 accessory lifts. We got something for the lower body, the glutes, the hamstrings, the calves, the quads, and we got something for the mid back and lats, and then something for the upper back and the lower back. I've really simplified it. Please don't think that the posterior muscles are that simple, as in we got upper, mid and lower back. That's really taking a very complex biological thing, physiobiological thing, and just making it super simple, just to keep things simple. I hate overly complex programs where people have done it just to sound smarter than they actually are. Let's just keep it really simple here. I think that was lacking in the original one was the accessory assistance work. There wasn't enough in it to really boost the deadlift. You can't just deadlift alone and expect to add quite a substantial amount of weight to your total. You have to do additional lifting exercises to isolate and strengthen specific muscle groups and areas. Right, let's get started. So we've got a kg and a pound spreadsheet. You choose which one based on what you work with. Leave it at that. Okay, so let's get cracking. Let's work with the kg one. I'm really sorry, guys and girls and everyone out there. I work in kg. It's just easier for me to do this. I apologize if you work in pounds. So quite simple. As I said, we do the core deadlift, which is the competition deadlift. That's the stance you take, sumo, conventional. I'm not here to tell you what's wrong or right. If you pull sumo, you pull sumo. If you pull conventional, you pull conventional. I don't want to get into a massive argument about which is wrong and which is right. And we do 3 isolation-based exercises. Now, you can choose for the lower here, as you can see, a drop-down option. You can do the barbell front squat or a heel elevated goblet squat. And you do that for 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Now, that really takes care of the lower body stuff. A lot of people say, well, why would you put something that works maybe the quads or the glutes in the deadlift? Isn't it just the lower back, the posterior, and the hamstrings? Absolutely no way. The quadriceps play a vital and pivotal role in getting that weight off the floor. If you have weak, crappy quadriceps, that will not help you improve your deadlift for both sumo and conventional. And then we do some pendulate close grip rows. Pendulate rows are fantastic for blasting the back and the lats and the midsection of the back with that closer rather than wider grip. You can do 4 sets of 5 to 6 reps. And then face pulls, they are brilliant for that upper section of the back. 4 sets of 10, I would say, is a good number here. Just make sure you keep that weight sensible, don't overdo it. You want to make sure you keep good form. Those are 3 very good accessory assistance lifts. They really will help strengthen your posterior as well as your quadriceps there. Now, day 1 is Monday, day 2 is Thursday. Now, you could do that as maybe Tuesday and Saturday, but I'd kind of keep it to a Monday, Thursday, from week 1 all the way to week 11, unless something changes in your schedule and you must adapt and change that. So this is where we do our 2 sets of 2 on day 2. This would be our heavy day. We're doing 80% of our max. That's quite a lot of weight for the deadlift for 2 sets of 2 on week 1. And then we're going to do a back off set for 1 set of 8 for about 70%. Now with this one, you could potentially do a touch and go because 8 reps is pretty high for a dead stop deadlift set. You can do a touch and go as long as you don't slam and bang the weights off the floor. Just touch and go. Don't slam, bang and go. That's my advice on that. Then you're going to do either a back squat or the leg press. If you're going to do the leg press, really put your stance in a sort of glute focused isolation stance. You do 4 sets of 6 to 8. Straight arm lat pull downs or push downs. Some people call them push downs. 4 sets of 8. That will take care of your lats. First one's for the lower muscles, and then some weighted hyperextensions for that lower back section. Really, although it doesn't just isolate the lower back, it really does strengthen that lower back section. This really helped blast my deadlift, the weighted hypers. Really, because my lower back was lacking massively, and this really helped. I kept this consistent throughout my program, and my deadlift grew substantially because really my major problem was the lower back. But anyway, that's another story. So there we go. Now week 2, you can see we've actually changed the accessory assistance lifts here. We're going to do the barbell RDL. Firstly, obviously, you start with the 4 sets of 4. Now, people are going to ask me, touch and go, dead stop. I do dead stop with this 4 sets of 4. Okay, just, it's better, it's safer, it's more effective in your deadlifting if you can do 4 sets of 4 reps with dead stop. I'll put a note there because I know someone's going to ask me that on reflection. Barbell RDLs, the Romanian deadlifts. Really make sure you don't do a stiff leg deadlift, do a Romanian deadlift. Check it out if you don't know the difference. Dumbbell rows to isolate the lats, fantastic exercise there for that midsection of the back. And then some dumbbell or barbell shrugs, 4 sets of 6 to 8. Great exercise. I prefer the dumbbells than the barbell, but you choose which one works for you. Day 2, we're going to do 1 set of 2 for 80%, 1 set of 2 reps for 90%, and then I'll back off, touch and go, and then we've got 3 isolation exercises. You can do a back squat or the leg press, that will remain consistent there, and you can do some weighted pull-ups, 4 sets of 5, 6. Really just try and do as many as you can with this with good technique and good form, and then some weighted hypers. Now, as you can see, the exercises change again for the accessory here. For week 3, we're going to do barbell hip thrusters. Fantastic exercise for isolating those glutes as well as the hamstrings. I mean, this is just generally a great lower strengthening exercise. A lot of people say, bro, that's a chick exercise. No, it's not. It's not at all. It's a great exercise to do. Close grip barbell rows. Close grip barbell rows, not pendulum rows, barbell rows. If you don't know the difference, Google it. And then some wide grip T-bar rows for the sort of the upper section, the rhomboids, the upper back. Make sure you do the wide grip, not the close grip. And then we're going to do 2 sets of 2 reps with the competition deadlift. Now we've added 5 kg here, or 11 pounds. You can see right here, we've added 5 and we've added 5. Don't forget that. The weight has increased this week. Don't forget that. For the love of God, please don't forget that. And then you do your back offset. And then you do some Bulgarian split squats. Fantastic exercise. Really got to do those. And then some close grip lat pull downs and some weighted hypers again. So those are the assistance accessory exercises that you will be doing consistently from all the way from week 1 up to week 11. And try to keep with them. Try not to change them. Keep with that schedule. Now, here we go again. You can see we are now 180, so we're doing the plus 5 kg from our starting weight for week 5 and plus 5 kg for the 2 sets of 2 and the 1 set of 8. Then we add 10 kilograms. How do you know that? Just go up here and you can see there's 10 kilograms. Or if it was pounds, I think that's 22. And then you add 10 kilograms here, add 15 kilograms here. You can see that we've added 15 kilograms from our starting weight week 1 from the 4 sets 4, 175 all the way up to 190 now, and we add 15 kilograms to our starting weights there, plus 15, and there we go. And then pretty much each week you continuously add weights to those deadlift rep schemes, the 4 sets 4, 2 sets 2, 1 set of 8, all the way up to week 11, 1 set of 2, 225, 250. So that's quite a substantial amount of weight to add to the bar from week 1. So bear that in mind when you're doing this program. Now, when it comes to peaking, if you want to chase a new 1 rep max, my advice would be to take week 4, maybe week 13 off and do week 14. I'm going to change that because I know in the back of my mind that's the best thing to do for most people who are doing this program. How you want to approach it is up to you. You can add 2.55, 7.5 or 10. Alternatively, you can go up in 5.5 pounds, 11 pounds, 16.5 pounds or 22 pounds. Or if you want to peak in the way that you like to do it, based on feeling from the first one, you can then sort of feel like, okay, I can easily add 5 kg or 11 pounds to the bar. You do it how you like to do it when you want to peak and chase a new 1 rep max. You can disregard that and do it how you normally do it, or you could follow my suggestion that is, by the way. So there we go, that's the program. I think that's everything explained. Remember, you've got the pound sheet here. Please don't ask me, do I have a pound sheet? It's right there. LBS stands for pounds in this situation. And it's the same situation. You can see the same setup. I've stated quite clearly how much weight you've added that week compared to the starting weight week. Everything's the same in the pound sheet, same exercises, same rep schemes, everything's the same. So there we go. Program done. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have success. If you need to ask questions, you can comment below in YouTube. Alternatively, you can contact me on Instagram or Facebook. Thanks for watching, guys and girls and everyone.